What's going on, everybody? We're gonna go ahead and get ready to get this show started. Uh, Hope everybody can hear me pretty good, and we are gonna have a really good time on the episode of Down of the True League Report as we make our week 3 picks. So we're gonna go ahead and get the show started. Make sure everybody share the show out. If you listen to Down with the T, I'm working on the sounding, so I definitely apologize for the sound. I'm definitely working on that. Definitely trying to fix that right now with everything. So bear with me on that. We're gonna have a very good episode on this evening. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna definitely talk week 3. And I'm gonna give you my fave 5, and we're definitely gonna go who I think is gonna win each of these games. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Make sure y'all share this show out, and let's get this show started right here on the Truth League Report. Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody? What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is tuning in. Hopefully, everybody can hear me good. Hopefully, the sound is a little bit better this time. Welcome into the Truth League Report. I'm your man, Chris, aka Blue Enforcer, aka The Truth, and we're gonna have a very good episode on this morning, and we're definitely gonna talk all NFL games, and hopefully everybody will come on in and hit that like button and go ahead and like that button for me, and then also go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that bell and hit all on your notification, so that way you know when I go live with everything. And make sure y'all also subscribe to and make sure you also subscribe to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts as well. And so that way you get to keep up with everything that's going on. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. I see we got AZ Mick. We got Titan Fox. We got some of our usuals up in here. Let me know if y'all can hear me good, and make sure that the sound is coming in pretty good. So definitely let me know. And we're definitely going to go ahead and get right into this week's slate of games. And so here are the week 2 games that we have going on. Of course, you got the Titans and the Browns going at it in Cleveland on Sunday. Also got Atlanta going to Detroit. You got New York going to Green Bay, Denver, Miami. The Chargers going to Minnesota without Austin Eckler, so he is not playing. Of course, you got the New York. You got the Patriots going to New York to play the Jets, of course, without Aaron Rodgers. Buffalo and the surprising Commanders, who are 2-0 on the year so far, they're going to face off. And then you got some other good games as well. Indy and Baltimore going at it. No Anthony Richardson in this game as he's still dealing with a concussion. So Gardner Minshew is going to be starting in his place. And then you got some late games. You got Chicago, Kansas City. You got Dallas going out to Arizona. And then, of course, the Sunday night game, Pittsburgh and the Raiders going at it. And then you got Philly, Tampa Bay on Monday night on one Monday night game. And then the Rams and the Bengals in the other Monday night game going at it as well. And before we do go ahead and keep everything going, some news out of San Francisco. Of course, is that even though they were victorious over the New York Giants Thursday night, um, extensions were handed out. So some contract extensions handed out to both GM John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan. They got multi-year contract extensions that's going to keep them around for quite some time. And so both of them will now have their contracts extended. Have both of their contracts now extended. Not it doesn't say exactly how long they're extended for, but I know John Lynch was his contract was going to be up in 2024, and Kyle Shanahan's in 2025, but now they've been extended further. So shout out to both of them. And everything. I know there's been some other injury news, of course. Nick Chubb out for the season with that knee injury that he suffered in the loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night. The Tennessee Titans, thank God, don't have to deal with him, because I know that's one heck of a running back. And so, that is very sad, but you know what? That might give us an advantage. But let's get into some of these games right here, and my top 5 games that I have. No particular order in which I'm going to talk about, but these are just some games I thought were very interesting to me. And I'm going to start with some of the early games. The first game that I have that I really want to get into is Falcons Lions. And the Lions are a 3-point favorite, at home. You got the Falcons coming in at 2-0. Arthur Smith seems to maybe have found something with Desmond Ridder. It does help that you have a guy like a Kyle Pitts. You have a Bijan Robinson in the backfield going up against a Detroit Lions team that was just in a shootout with the Seattle Seahawks and went to overtime with them. And so Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown and company, they're going to be ready to go, because they're going to feel like that's a game they should have won. They're going to feel they should be undefeated right now going into this particular game. And Dan Campbell knows he let one get away from him. He let one slip away and wants to rebound off of that. And so this game is going to be very, very interesting, to say the least. And you know what? I think both offenses can be pretty good. It just depends on which defense is going to make a stop. And it could definitely win the game for each team. And honestly, I'm looking at Atlanta. I think Atlanta has a better defense, and so that's why I think Atlanta wins this game. I think Atlanta is going to win it and go to 3-0 on the season. And I just think that they're better. They're maybe a little bit better set defensively than Detroit, even though I absolutely love Aiden Hutchinson. I definitely like Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's a heck of a player. He's going to be a heck of a player in this league. But other than that, I mean, who else do you have defensively that's going to make plays and everything like that? So that's why I have the Atlanta Falcons going to 3-0 and winning this football game. The next game that I want to talk about, we're going to go to Lambeau. 1.5-point favorites are the Packers at 1-1, going up against the New Orleans Saints, who are 2-0. And the Saints have really showed me something. They have a very good, they have a very good defense as well. And, defense definitely travels with Granderson and Cameron Jordan and Marshawn Lattimore. Of course, the Titans saw them in week 1. And Demario Davis, you can't forget about him. That defense is legit. and they caused Bryce Young a whole lot of trouble this past Monday night. And Derek Carr is finding ways to get it done in this offense. It does help to have Michael Thomas and Chris Olave with you as well. So, I mean, that's something that's going to be very important. But if I'm picking a winner in this game, on the other side, you got Jordan Love. First time, I want to say this is his I want to say this is going to be his first home game at Lambeau. That's going to definitely be interesting to say the least. This is the home opener for the Green Bay Packers. So, this is going to be very interesting. Lambeau has always can be a house of horrors for any visiting team coming in. Now, with that being said, Jordan Love playing in front of the Lambeau crowd as a starting quarterback for the first time is going to be difficult. That is going to be a challenge for him. And, can he step up in front of this home crowd and get the job done? But I'm going to give the home field advantage a break here. I'm going to give the Packers the go-ahead on this one because I just think at home, the Green Bay Packers are very, very good in Titletown up in Green Bay. And, other teams tend to come in, and they have issues. That crowd is going to be pumped. That crowd is going to be ready to go. And I like the Packers in this game. Jordan Love continues to improve and he continues to develop. And so, but there is some issues that could cause that. Christian Watson and Aaron Jones are both questionable for this game. And so that could definitely play a factor because both of them are going to be very important, very important in the offense. And right now the Packers are going through some injuries right now. So, I mean, that could give the edge to New Orleans. I could definitely see New Orleans winning this game. But I like Green Bay. I think Green Bay will find a way to win. A third game, which I'm almost about to say this might be my game of the week. And that is the Buffalo Bills traveling to face off with the 2-0 Washington Commanders. Or as a friend of mine would like to say, still the Redskins, even though they're not. Redskins coming in 2-0 off of that dramatic come from behind late game heroic victory over the Denver Broncos, and they're coming in against a Buffalo Bills team that was reeling after losing to the Jets week 1, but then found a way to blow out the Raiders in week 2. This game is going to be a defensive game. You got two very, very good defensive fronts going at it in this game. Points are going to be at a premium. And, the Bills offense looked like they might have started to cook a little bit in that last game against the Raiders. And, this could potentially be a game of the week type situation. And the question is, can Sam Howell deliver against real competition? Denver, you have Russell Wilson, but their defense is not what it once was. But now they're facing a real defense. And so the question is going to be, can Washington find a way to score points against this vaunted Buffalo Bills defense with Tre'Davious White in the backfield? In the back, you got Tremaine Edmonds up in the middle. And then, you got that vaunted defensive line that's going to look to come after and hit Sam Howell early and often. Eric Bieniemy is going to be very important in this game. And part of me, and I do want to say, if the Commanders win this game, I will have to say they are for real. They are legit. And I know it's a little bit early in the season to maybe say that, but if this Commander team beats Washington, beats Buffalo, you know, some eyes are going to start to open on the Commanders, because if you watched my Truth League report when we recapped week 2, I said that Washington could be a team that falls from grace at some point. If you beat a team like Buffalo, it's going to be time to take you a little serious. And, that could be something that can happen there, but I'm not really ready to say that just yet. I got Buffalo winning this game. I think Buffalo is just a better team. Josh Allen's the better quarterback, and I just think Buffalo is going to get the win. It's not going to be an easy one. Washington will be a tough out, but I just think it's going to be Buffalo. Buffalo's going to win this game. Game number 4 on the docket, Sunday Night Football. You got an old school rivalry from the 70s being relived, being renewed, as those tough Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Raiders of Las Vegas. Though one of the most famous matchups these two teams had, of course, was back in an AFC Championship game, which we had the immaculate reception from late great Hall of Famer Franco Harris, and of course the Steelers would go on to win the Super Bowl that year. The Raiders are reeling right now. Jimmy G not really making a profit for the Raiders. Josh McDaniels is just not a very good coach. And, eventually Davante Adams is going to show frustration at some point. And, this could be a situation that Josh McDaniels could find himself in some real trouble if you don't start racking up some wins. And this game is not going to be an easy one for him to win, even though they're at home. Josh McDaniels has to prove he can coach. And right now, I just don't think he can. On the other side, you got Mike Tomlin, who is a staple of the consummate professional that is a head coach. Going into his 17th year, had his first losing season as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and now, it's time to rebound. It's time to get back to what they do best. And so, that defense is going to be tough with Highsmith and with TJ Watt, and they're going to be tough. And 9-8 last year, so it wasn't a winning season. He still has not had a losing season yet. He finished 9-8 on the year, and so he still, Mike Tomlin, I'm gonna correct myself, has not had a losing season yet in his tenure. And so this is the matchup. And, you got Najee Harris, a very, very good running back, George Pickens, who is really starting to assert himself as a star. And it's going to be up to Kenny Pickett. Can Kenny Pickett take that next step in being a quarterback? And I'm going to say in this game, I like TJ Watt. I like the defense. I'm going Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's going to win this game and send the Raiders to 1-2 on the year. We got Titan Fox. Yeah, I was trying to take care of some things with this other stream. Definitely trying to make sure this other stream was fine. So I definitely apologize for that. Titan Fox, the Vol stream is complete. is done. I'm editing that right now. I had a couple of little sound issues that I had to deal with and everything. So that's why I'm kind of working on editing that right now. Um, but I'm glad you're here. Thank y'all for tuning in. But I got the Steelers winning this game and going to 2-1. But last but not least, my last game of the Fab Five, Monday night, Cincinnati hosting the LA Rams. And right now, Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow, day to day on his calf injury. And so we don't know if he's going to play or not in this game. And I mean, if Cincinnati doesn't play, if Joe Burrow doesn't play, I honestly don't know how Cincinnati wins this game. But if Joe Burrow does play, I like Cincinnati's chances. Even though on the other side, the Rams, they still got Aaron Donald. They got Matt Stafford. They have the research. They're having the birth of a new wide receiver in Puka Nacua, who has basically put the league on notice with 25 catches in 2 games. He had a 15 catch performance in the loss to the 49ers. So there's another guy that can play receiver even when Cooper Kupp comes back in a few weeks. But the Rams, are trying to show that they can score points and that they can do some things, but I don't know if defensively if they can stop anybody, even with Aaron Donald. So, they're having their issues right now. I think the Sean McVay magic is kind of worn off. And so now, can the Rams really, really compete and really, really win? And, this is going to be a game that I think if Joe Burrow plays, I think this could be a shootout. I think this could be a big-time shootout. I think this is a game that a lot of points can be scored. I think it's going to be at least over 50 points scored in this game. But I'm going with the Bengals. They're 2.5-point favorites. I like the Bengals here. I think they notched their first win. I had Cincinnati as one of those teams that can climb out of the 0-2 hole and still do damage. So I like the Cincinnati Bengals. And then, of course, last but not least, and I don't care that I show my other pick prematurely, here are some of the other picks that I had the rest of the way. Of course, I got Miami over Denver. I got the Chargers beating Minnesota. I got the Jets getting back on track, beating New England. I got Jacksonville, Baltimore, Seattle, Kansas City, Dallas, and Philly all winning their games as well. But of course, the biggest game on the schedule, on the docket for week 3, Titans, Browns. This is the best game of the week. And, if you really haven't heard all of my emphasis of this game, go back and listen to TNT Tonight from Wednesday night as I give my thoughts on that particular game. But at the end of the day, I am going with the Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans can win this game. I think it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be a dogfight. But I like the Titans to win 17-13 and get to 2-1 on the season. And so, let me know what y'all picks were. Let me know what y'all think of the games that we have. Again, I said, and again, I'm going to put my picks back up. In my Fab 5, I have Atlanta over Detroit. I have Green Bay over New Orleans. I have Pittsburgh over the Raiders. I have Cincinnati over the Rams. And I have Buffalo over Washington. Those are my Fab 5, my Fave 5. Those are my favorites. And I think that's gonna just about do it for the Truth League Report. Again, make sure y'all follow on make sure y'all follow on Facebook, Twitter X, or Instagram. And then of course make sure y'all give this show a like. And also smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And also check out the episode of Down to the T as I have coming out as well. So definitely tune into that as well. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing the watch party, watching as we react to the Titans-Browns tomorrow with the Titans Fan Club of Memphis. Definitely make sure y'all tune in for that as well. And I want to say thank everybody for tuning in to the Truth League Report. And y'all have a very good rest of your Saturday. And enjoy this football weekend. Good night, y'all. Good day, y'all.